Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on the average. The average of a set of scores is a number that is typical of the entire set of scores. It is the single number that represents all the given scores. In other words, it is one of the measures we use in statistics to summarize the entire set of scores. Calculating average. The average of a set of scores is found by using the following rule. Average equals sum of the scores over total number of scores. Let's have a look at some examples to see how this works. Number 1. Find the average of 3, 7, 9, 10 and 11. So using the rule, we see that the average is the sum of the scores over the total number of scores. Sum means addition, so we add all the scores up, and we have 5 scores. So when we add all the scores up, we have 40. We divide by 5, which is the total number of scores, so that gives us 8. So the number 8 basically represents all of those scores. A cricketer scored the following runs in 6 innings. If he was dismissed in each innings, what is his average? The runs scored were, so they are the 6 innings, they are the runs scored, and he was dismissed each time. So let's have a look at the next slide. The average is the sum of the scores over the total number of the scores. So if we add all these scores up, we get 186. There were 6 innings, so he averaged 31 runs in each innings. Number 3. The average of 6 numbers is 5. If a 7th number is added, the new average is 8. What was the 7th number? So if we use the first sentence we have, now remember the rule says the average, so the average is 5. Now remember the average is obtained by the sum of the scores over the number of scores. So we know that there are 6 numbers. So basically when we use this little equation here, that will give us the sum of the scores. Okay, so just by doing a very simple manipulation, the sum must be 30 because it's 6 times 5. 6 times 5. So if that's 30, 6 divided into 30 goes 5, and that's the average. So that's an important bit of information that we've calculated, where the sum of the scores is 30. So now, when the new number is added, we have that the new average, which is 8, because that's what we're given, that the new average is 8, will be the sum of the original scores plus the new number over 7, because now we have an extra number. So we use the same rule that we did here. 7 eighths are 56, so 56 equals 30 plus n, where n is the new number. So if we take 30 away from both sides, 56 minus 30 equals n, so n must be 26. So 26 is the new number. So this video has introduced us to the idea of average, where average is a score which summarizes, if you like. It's typical of all the scores that we are given. And we've seen a very special formula. It's very straightforward. That's the formula we use to calculate the average.